Hi everyone, Julia here, recording this December 29th, 2023. And what are you most grateful for at this moment in time? I am really super grateful to have these trails to walk on every day. It's like having my own nature park back here. And I could literally walk for hours. So that's just one thing of many. But yeah, I've really been looking into the whole spirit attachment issue a lot lately. And I went into that rabbit hole a while back when I first started in Biofield tuning from Michael Harrell's channel, the founder of Language Lessons of the Heart. He had a few videos about spirit attachments and how healers come across them and how to deal with them. And yeah, so I just put that on the back burner for a long time and kind of out of my mind. Maybe my spirit attachments intended for me just to forget about it, that issue in this realm. But now that I'm back down this rabbit hole, so to speak, I guess that's a swimming pool. I'm starting to think that it has a lot more to do with what we can't see than what we can in this realm. Just like in the visible spectrum, it's a very, very tiny portion of what we know as the electromagnetic spectrum. It goes from infrared to ultraviolet. And same thing in this reality, we're just a very small part. This part that we can actually measure with our senses. And yeah, it's a very small part of what's going on here. All the happenings are behind the scenes. That's why everything goes back to going inside the inner work, because the inner work takes you to the interdimensions where things really go down. And yeah, and if you keep that frequency, your frequency optimal, and you control your thoughts. They say choose your thoughts. And that's really what's going on, unless you're like thinking through a problem or scenarios in everyday life. Just these random thoughts that come into your mind are not yours. And you have to choose which ones you invite and entertain in your headspace, so to speak. So, yeah, and now more than ever, there's so many negative entities just everywhere, it seems. How they got there, how all that works, I don't know. I just know that stuff's real. I have my own experiences with it. I actually saw entities leave people. I actually felt entities go in and out of me. So yeah, I know that it's real, and I know that sometimes when our vibration isn't proper, we get these thoughts that aren't us. And when they're the negative ones, we got to drop those. And these are literal spirit attachments that attach to our bodies and just hold on to us and hang out and wait for opportunities to make things happen the way they want them to happen. And I'll post the link to this video. It's again with the Jerry guy. I haven't memorized his last name, Marskinsky or something like that. And this lady who can see these entities, and I've met other people who can see them too. And she talks about how there's different ones for different frequencies. If you're an addict, you'll have a certain kind of entity attached to you compared to if you're schizophrenic, or if you're on alcohol compared to methamphetamine. And methamphetamine has really amped up these entities' actions, I guess you would say, according to Jerry. And, all these attention deficit drugs that a lot of adults love too, because, they keep you going all day. You take your Adderall all day, and then you take your Xanax at night. And man, you got entities all over the place. Drink every day, you got entities. You complain all the time, you got entities. And I think it goes both ways. I think there's positive ones too. Just like, you can consider every thought an entity. And Michael looks at it like that in Language Lessons of the Heart. He says everything is a person. And, you can let certain ones cling to you and not. And it's all your frequency. You can go down that road of complaining and worrying. Or you can go down the road of gratitude and wonder and anticipation for great things that will happen. So man, it's, I just really feel like it's amping up. I think back through my childhood, so many entities, and some of them very scary, the whole Ouija board stuff, all of this, that's a very real realm, but there's nothing to fear if your frequency is in the right place. And that means your mindset and your thoughts. If you have vengeful thoughts about someone who's wronged you, that's an entity that's going to steer you wrong. So anyone that wrongs you, you just need to hope that they become the best that they can be and leave it. And that's what I've done. Anybody that I feel that's wronged me, but I don't know. I don't even really look at it that way. People are just doing what they do. And so many of them are controlled by so many spirit attachments. It's not even them. So you just deal with it, dodge the punches, learn. This new examination, this re-examination of this phenomena is really going to ensure that in the future I catch these red flags that I've been missing this past year with a lot of people. And, the entities, the attachments, sometimes they'll detach, but they'll still stay near. So it takes a while to really shake them off. And, it's just constant work to keep your attitude in that positive direction. And, just know everything's always going to be okay. Don't go down that worry path. Definitely don't have any fear, because we're just passing through here, learning, and the learning is accelerating. And man, we are privy to so much, and we're learning all the occult wisdom. And now we can apply it and make the most of this reality and navigate through it, learning our lessons and helping as many other people as we can. So I would avoid alcohol. I do avoid alcohol. And I would advise other people to as well, because they don't call it spirits for nothing. And if you're on a cocktail of pharmaceuticals, suggest you get off that too. I did it all cold turkey. I don't suggest that. The withdrawal's a bitch. But I don't regret it at all. Nice little face in the cloud there. Probably some entity. Hi, mister. So yeah, that's just my advice. And alcohol is just one of those that's so accepted and so pushed. Pharmaceuticals are so pushed on us, so they're not good for you. And that's putting it mildly. And with New Year's Eve, all the amateurs go out there. When I was a party animal, I used to not appreciate amateur nights like New Year's Eve and Halloween in Austin. But yeah, keep that vibration up. Wallow in gratitude. Focus on what you want. Help others if you can. And I'll talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao.